Well, I'm bringing it home. Let's see if Ashley's excited. Dum dum dum. Is the door unlocked? Of course it's not. No big entrance for me. Come on. Hello?
Hey, what the hell did you get? Oh my god. He got a PlayStation 5. That's so cool.
Yeah, I know.
Where'd you get
Even
it?
Callie likes it. Aren't you excited? I thought I'd try to... Oh, sorry, kitty. I'm going to step on your foot. Aren't you excited?
I am. That's awesome. Wow.
It's enormous, the box.
Yeah.
But I mean, the system's supposed to be enormous too, so we'll see how that goes. But
Yeah, if only I could do that. We don't have that much of the rest of the day left, so.
hooray!
Yay! That's awesome.
Are we recording? Because you never told me.
Darn.
Alright, well, today we're going to be unboxing a PlayStation 5, which I was fortunate enough to get after months and months, because it released in November of last year, and here it is the middle of March, and I managed to snag one in the early morning at Target through the app on my phone, as I just hit checkout over and over and over again for like 45 minutes at least after getting it into the cart, and it finally went to order processing and worked. So I went and picked it up today, and we're just really excited. Yeah, I didn't have to buy the big bundle, just the PS5 disc edition, as you could probably see. The digital edition I don't think is great, but I guess if you have PS Plus and PS Now, that might be alright. But getting the disc edition, I think, is much better in the long run, because getting a digital edition is almost anti-consumer, because down the road you're going to be able to get much cheaper games for it if you have the disc drive, so you can get physical used editions, assuming GameStop stays around. That's always a good place to get games. But yeah, so I guess we can just dive in. First, I guess it's worth mentioning that the box isn't exactly perfect itself, and is even kind of torn open on the bottom. But as I had seen a couple of other people complain about that, they said that when they asked to, say, exchange it, they were given the option of, you can either have it or we can refund your money, which makes sense because there's probably nothing to exchange it with. They're all sold. So I saw it when they brought it out in the parking lot, but I just was happy to get one, so I wasn't gonna argue about it. And there's a piece of tape at the top. The box is pretty sturdy, so hopefully I won't tear it further, but I suppose we'll find out. So we'll get that cut open. It's nice that there's a handle on the top too. I don't know if the other ones had that. That doesn't ring a bell for me, because we had a big box, or big bag for the PS4 to carry it. So yeah, the handle's kind of a nice touch. Not that it really matters, but it kind of opens, and I haven't watched an unboxing before, so I'm not sure how this works. I guess this is just a blue shell. I hope. Please nothing fold open. I'm a little concerned. It kind of looks like it might. Alright, well, blue shell is taken care of. And I knocked over the pocket knife, because of course I did. And now, let's see. Oh, it has a little tab on the cardboard, which is always handy to undo this. And does it have actual instructions on the box? It looks like get it open and then slide it out. Appears to be the instructions. Like a tab. Yep. It's nice when they have little instructions, little diagrams. So there's a tab apparently that you can pull up, if not just out all the way, maybe. maybe. Let's see. Nothing's ever as easy as I think it's going to be, right? I think because I have the cord up under there. All right, so first step, there's all the instructions, quick start guide, safety guide. We'll just put those aside because we're men, right? We don't need any of that. That's nonsense. As my wife shakes her head. And so pretty typical power cord. I wouldn't be surprised if everyone has a number of these lying around. And let's see what's in here. I believe that's going to be the stand. And an HDMI cable, again, pretty straightforward. The little brick surrounding it is actually sizable. I don't know what those are, so I couldn't explain that, why they're like that. So let's take a look at this stand. I've heard that it's kind of flimsy, as I kind of trip over a cat toy scratching post. And it seems, I don't know, seems like what you'd expect. It's just a piece of plastic to attach to the console. My understanding is, unless you have an aftermarket stand, this is the only way that it'll sit vertically. Horizontally, you may be able to just set it down without the stand, or you can use the stand, so either way. But yeah, nothing really to it. And then, the big thing is the controller, the banana or boomerang. And there's a USB-C cable for it. Or what else? Horseshoe. Or I don't think I've seen this anywhere, so it's mine, don't steal it. Crescent controller. See, that's not bad. The crescent controller. I like the alliteration. But anyway, yeah, it's pretty great. I say that having never held one before. But it seems pretty cool. It has, what is it, adaptive triggers, I think, and haptic feedback. It's supposed to be great. I heard someone describe it like if you're playing as a character, you can feel the difference if they're walking on metal versus another surface. So I don't know how that would work, but that sounds pretty amazing. It also has some quality of life features. Like, I believe there's a microphone in here, so you don't technically need a headset. So that's really cool. And I think if you hold down one of these buttons, it can mute even the TV or the microphone. So just nice little things like that. So we'll see how it goes. It does feel a bit bigger, so used to the PS4 controller. But still, very slick, very cool. I do wonder if I'll miss the colors on the buttons, but we'll see. And then, the enormous main event, figuratively and literally, and Callie really wants over here. Yeah. And how can I get this without breaking? Try to slide it out of here. The carton things on the side. It's heavy, so I wouldn't recommend holding it like I am now. Alright, set some of this aside. I'm gonna knock that off too, so. Now, this thing is finally empty. Oh, it has the PlayStation brand on there. I didn't even see that before. So, here we go. Oh, no tape. I think that's a little strange. There's always tape. Dum dum dum. I've also heard that it also picks up fingerprints and dust and stuff pretty easily, so I'm almost hesitant to touch it, but here we are. Alright, well, yeah, I mean, there it is. Disk drive and a single USB and USB-C port on the front from the looks of it. And wow, I should have unplugged the PS4 just to here. You can kind of see as I heave it over there. Yeah, wow, it will not even come close to fitting in this alcove, where the PS4 Slim in a stand has a significant amount of clearance. That's pretty wild. This thing's huge. And I have heard also that it does a great job with cooling and everything. So unlike many PS4s and the PS4 Pro, the fan shouldn't really be an issue. And I mean, look at all these vents. More USB-C, or not C, just straight USB ports, HDMI, there's a LAN jack and power. Yeah, there's vents all over. You can even kind of see the coils and stuff if you look at the top. I don't know if you can see that through there. Through the gaps, you can kind of see a lot. I recall somebody taking it apart, and I don't think I really saw the whole video, but I know it has an enormous heat sink, something like I've never seen before. But that's really it. Then I think the setup's going to be pretty straightforward. Since we have most of our games on the PS4 already on an external hard drive, my understanding is that when we set it up, I can just plug it in, the external hard drive, I mean, and all the games will just be there. And if we want something to be upgraded, say God of War, which has a PS5 patch, I just need to move that to the internal hard drive, and it should work beautifully. I guess the only thing that's a bummer about this, what are you doing, Cali Monster, is that it has a fairly small hard drive, as most people know. The SSD, I think it only has, it's like an 825 gig hard drive, but only has, I think, 650-ish gigs of usable space. So that's a little odd, especially if you think about some of the big EA games that can be 100 gigs all by themselves. Or you could just install Call of Duty and that'll take up the whole thing. Which I'm only half joking about, because that's become insane. And boy, any other notes that I'm trying to think of before we call it an unboxing? Boy, I don't know. I'm just so excited. It's hard to even think to finally get one. I think Target just had a huge drop, quote unquote, today. And they must have been stockpiling for a while, so hopefully a lot of people got one today that wanted one and could afford one. And yeah, we're both just really pumped to try it out. So now Cyberpunk might run okay. We'll see. And plenty to say about that. Who doesn't though, right? You've probably heard enough. But that's about it. So thanks so much for watching. I can't wait to try it. I know my wife's super excited about it too. And yeah, we're really pumped. I hope everybody's doing well out there. And thank you so much for watching. Bye. Okay, we did the unboxing, and now we're going to do the inaugural, hopefully turning it on. So my wife's going to plug it in, connecting the crescent into the plug, and now just, I guess, hold the PlayStation button?
This one?
Yeah, or just push it. I don't really know. Oh, it's blinking. Let's see if that's meaningful. Does it sound like the system's doing anything? No? I don't know. Hold down the button. I don't know, blinking. Yeah? Alright, well, I guess we're going to be using the quick start guide after all. Unless Ashley manages to push the correct button. Let's see. Oh, and the stand's kind of goofy. The screw's also in it. If you have to just, as it says there, spin it to get the screw out. Although if you just latch it onto it for horizontal, it doesn't really stay on there too well. So
We're
that's
sure we have the right HDMI port?
yeah, we should turn on TV and set the input. Turn on your PS5 console by pressing the power button. Oh, there's a power button, which I guess is it up here? Is there a button? These are buttons. Is this a power button? That's a power button, I think. All right, maybe. We hope. Things are happening. Yay! And that it works. So I guess there's that. I thought we might give it a second to boot up. Turn up the sound volume here. I don't know if many people will have seen the very initial boot up. Yeah, plug it in and push the PlayStation button. It seems to be indicating. Great, and now we're into the setup, which I can't imagine anybody wants to see, so we are going to move on. But thanks again for watching. Bye now. And one last thing, I didn't mention that the HDMI cable is super small, so you're probably going to want a different HDMI cable. What? Okay, so it just rebooted after installing an update, and you know how I said it was quiet, or supposed to be quiet? Ooh, well, okay, when it started up, yeah, that was loud, way louder than our PS4 Slim ever got, so I guess we'll see. It's back to being pretty quiet again, but I don't know, we'll see how that goes. Also, I forgot that it comes with Astro's Playroom, which I don't know why I just pointed at the TV. It's not. I don't have it up yet, but yeah, anyway, hopefully that'll be the last update. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll stay quiet. And Kai is a little monster.